Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life.
Most important thing you do for the rest of your life, I'm paying my own way. You know what that means? I'm gonna earn it. Nobody gonna give you nothing. This world don't owe you nothing. The game don't owe you nothing. If you gonna get what you want, then you gonna have to freaking earn it, and this team's earned it. Ain't no shortcuts. We went the hard way. We went through the narrow gate. Wasn't no wide path on this direction, on this journey. We went through the narrow gate. Chose to do the hard stuff. That's what you guys did. You should be proud of yourself, man.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. We got a fun one for you today as we look back at a 17-13 win over LSU Saturday in Norman. It took the narrow gate to get there, Coach, but you got there. First off, congratulations.
Did you hear that?
Well, we just saw it coming off the top of the show, your post-game speech to the team. Inspirational.
Yeah.
What a win, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. And I told the players, man, one of the coolest parts of being a part of, this season, one of the most important things you do in your life is kind of pay your own way and earning it. Nobody's given Oklahoma anything. We had the challenge of the schedule and put together a new team. A lot of guys that have been here through some ups and downs over the last few years, ended up but through hard work and belief and perseverance and keeping their head down and, keeping the main thing. We've kind of figured it out here this year and kind of circle the wagon moment about a month ago after the Ole Miss, really just a hard-fought, tough loss against Ole Miss. And our guys made a decision, and again, nobody's given them anything. These guys have made a decision, not the coaches. These players have made the decision to put the work in and believe in one another, believe in the opportunity, and then go out and fight for the kind of season that they wanted. So it's really to be a witness to that, and when it's really special and just through their determination and a lot of overcoming a lot, is a really cool thing to be a part of.
I want to kind of start at the back and maybe work forward, but the final play, the knockdown by Peyton on a fourth down that sealed the victory, we're going to telestrate it here in a little bit, but just take me through that moment and the excitement afterwards for your guys.
Yeah, it was really, you've kind of had that happen here several times this season, where every play has magnitude, and it just keeps rearing itself. You felt very calm, believe it or not, in the moment, but to see our guys go execute, when the pressure is as big as it's going to be in the game, and our guys to have this poise and confidence and aggressiveness to go execute, man, that is a thing of beauty, on this side of it.
The call itself, the play itself, they worked it perfectly, obviously.
Yeah, Ferrari.
Peyton was in the right place.
Yeah, Ferrari, that's the call.
Ferrari?
It's a race car. Yep. So that's a family of pressures.
Yeah.
A zone pressure. So we're bringing edge pressure with a cover two concept in behind.
Yeah.
And it's funny. A couple of days ago at practice, maybe Tuesday, we're working some short yardage situations in that call. And when we're doing the play, we do it, and I just one of those moments, I blow the whistle. I'm like, hey, come here. I'm just because it's a mindset. We're gonna get in this moment, and it's gonna be to go win the game. And if it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, nobody in college football. This is my ego moment, okay? Nobody in college football is gonna run the ball on us in this situation. It's gonna be a play action, So don't be running into the line of scrimmage on play action. It's going to be a hard play action, and they're going to sink these tight ends on these crossing routes, and then on Friday night we have dinner, we have chapel, and then we spend about an hour of a walkthrough. We have the film up, and then we have the big banquet room opened up so that we have a little scout team, and we're going through these plays. We watch the film, and then we go practice the play. And so here we are. It's a 4th and 2 moment, and I blow the whistle because it's a little chattery, and I shouldn't hear nobody doing nothing except communicating the call and the adjustment. And I'm like, listen, you want to go win the game? The details are how we're going to win the game, and the precision is how we're going to win the game. The people we're playing are too good to, not be detailed. And I said, tomorrow's too late. If you don't get the details now, tomorrow's going to come and you're going to have regret. So, I was the butthole in the moment. Everybody else, everything's great. It ain't great. This is when you do it right now. So to fast forward, less than 24 hours later to have it come to fruition, I'll remind the players about that moment again. Just, you have to exhaust every moment you can. Again, at a championship level, that to me is what it takes. And you don't always get this, what I just said, all those same things kind of happening to align just perfectly, but just to affirm, the preparation, the detail, the focus, it takes laser focus in these moments. So for it to come to fruition is really a cool moment for our guys and for them to have the success, in the last play. It was really cool, but nothing better than victory formation. And
right.
That's the thing. That's the next thing of beauty for me is because you're at our walkthroughs on Friday, and we practice the victory formation. We celebrate the victory formation, and we do the 4 snaps, and then taking the knee, and everybody does a celebration, on Fridays. And so we've had several games. Been fortunate at several games where we had the ball and we were able to take a knee, to knee it out. That's been a lot of fun.
There's more football to play. We're not done, but the regular season is concluded here. And just general reflections by you to go 10-2 with what many regarded as the toughest schedule in college football this year, to win them all 4 in November with your back against the wall. How satisfied are you with what your team has accomplished?
Well, I know that the biggest game of the year and the biggest game of my career will be the next one, right?
Right.
That's kind of been the narrative. But yeah, it's been fun to watch these players not flinch, coaches as well. It takes everybody, and to watch these guys not flinch, not back down from a challenge. Matter of fact, revel in the moment. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the audience, the bigger the pressure, the more pressure there is. Our guys fight for it. They don't back down from it, and that's been really cool to see from a maturation standpoint. This team coming together and really just kind of doing that together, and watch the defense support the offense support the defense, celebrate each other's success. That's been really cool. The special teams and where that's kind of been a separator for us here as the season's gone on, and been, maybe again, I'm not one to beat our own chest, but that might be the best special teams unit in all of college football, through 12 games, and to watch that, grow and develop and form its own identity. That's been really cool to see that too.
All right, opening thoughts of Coach Venables brought to you by Dos Equis, the official import beer of OU Athletics. We'll take a break. More thoughts from Coach on a 17-13 win over LSU next. This is Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life. This week's game review is brought to you by Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of the Sooners.
Welcome back to Sooner Football with Brent Venables. This segment brought to you by Groundworks. 17-13, the Sooners beat the Bayou Bengals of LSU on Saturday night. It's kind of like the last several have been, Coach. I think the old adage here, they said it's not pretty, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys found a way. Was it a frustrating night just over the long term of the game to try to find points along the way?
Yeah, well, I thought that, we had rhythm at times, and then we'd have a penalty.
Yeah.
We had way too many penalties that were self-inflicted, false starts, procedural things. Certainly we had a couple of holding penalties, but those are really, drive killers. We have our first interception is a batted ball, third medium. We tell our guys on defense all the time, the ball's coming out quick, shorter type routes, get your hands up. And that's football. You never don't like that, but good design, good throw, looks like it's going to be on target. That happens. On that play, John goes and tackles the guy, and then we get an interception on the very next play. So, and then we had another one again. Another interception that I thought was a really good play by their safety, that overlapped, and we have leverage on it, and he throws it in the right spot, and safety just came over the top. That guy is one of the best in the country. Yeah. Great portal addition by them. And then the last one was not a great throw or decision. I didn't feel like, but you learn from that. We did a lot of really good things. We dropped too many balls. Those are drive killers too. Those are layups. Those are like missed tackles. Third down, and you go in, you got a guy that's unblocked for a sack, and you feint and miss him, and then they go convert. That's the same thing. I mean, those are make the plays that are there. And but we moved the ball against one of the top 15 defense. We put 400 yards on them, and with the drops and maybe some of the procedural things, we left a lot of meat on the bone still, where maybe that game doesn't have to be as close. And the conditions weren't great for either offense, obviously, but there's more good than there wasn't. And the problem was there's just some dysfunction when it comes to a rhythm based on the turnovers or the penalties that we had, and the drops that are drive killers and make everything a lot harder. The pressure is felt everywhere else when that happens. And so but there's some good things. At the end of the day, got victory formation and found a way to get it done.
I want to spotlight a couple of guys. Peyton Bowen, the huge interception. I'd love your thoughts on that. We're going to take a look at that play coming up. Tied a career high with 7 tackles. Obviously batted the pass down there on 4th down. What a month of November for the Bowen brothers.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah. Again, tremendous magnitude, the plays that they've been a part of and helping us win. But Peyton is becoming, he's just coming into his own from a confidence, a leadership, a consistency, how he sees the game. The game has slowed down for him. He's got the answers before he gets to the sideline in a really good, healthy way. Where, again, even just a year ago, just several months ago, he's in a different place from a maturity and a football knowledge standpoint. So that's what you want, from a growth standpoint, and he's playing his best football all at the right time, and certainly getting Eli back into a good rhythm. He didn't start playing until midway through the year, so but he's been ultra consistent as well.
I call every snap. I don't remember one time, you may disagree with this, I don't remember one time saying bad snap on Saturday. How about Fabechi Wiwu?
Is that crazy?
Coming in and filling in, and I think did an outstanding job.
Yeah, sure did. Again, going against a great front. He's touching the ball every snap, and they're putting guy right over him. And great snaps and great leadership. There's a lot of communication that has to happen through that position, and so be able to, go fresh and first time ever, starting a game at center. That's against the top, one of the best, defenses in the country. Says a lot about him and the job that Coach Bedenbaugh did to get him ready.
Isaiah Satania just keeps making big plays for you every week.
Yeah, kicking game, and certainly at receiver. Man, it's fun to watch. What a valuable, contribution that he's had to our success this season. And as I said, he'd shown great durability, ultra consistent with how he approaches the game and his impact week in and week out. Man, it's really felt.
Good to see Dion get back in the end zone
again. Shows you what he can do, man. You hit him right on time. They had an all-out blitz there on that play, and well executed by everybody. There's a timing mechanism that's of utmost importance. Getting the ball on the right number, so that we can get vertical, because you got like the margin is like this on those plays. I love those plays, and I think it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And but it's like a quick toss sweep, and you got to hit that thing vertical. And those linemen getting out there, and all the seal blocks and the kick out blocks, and the timing of those as well. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, Jaron Kanek didn't get him in the end zone, but he made some huge catches for you there in the 4th quarter.
He sure did. I had a recruit here sitting in the office a little bit ago, and he was just in awe of that. He couldn't believe that he was. This was his first and only year playing tight end in college, and but he commented, he and his dad commented on the same things you just did, just timely, tough, really good catch. His ability to get vertical after he caught him, make people miss, and really had a great game. Super proud of Jaron.
All right, our favorite segment. Let's head over to the telestrator to break things down. The biggest plays with Coach Venables next. 17-13, the Sooners beat LSU. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Taco Mayo. Tap the app and save up to 25% today. Air Comfort Solutions. Your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. One Oklahoma. Powered by Sooner Sports Properties. Fan-fueled, athlete-focused. Coach Venables' Film Breakdown is brought to you by Community Coffee. Family-owned Community Coffee, the official brewed coffee of OU Athletics. Taste the difference family makes.
All right, welcome back to Sooner Football with Brent Venables. This segment brought to you by Community Coffee. It's the telestration segment. We're going to look at the biggest plays from Oklahoma's 17-13 win over LSU. Coach, early on, first defensive possession, I believe, maybe second, the defense or the offense puts them in a bad spot. So first and goal for LSU at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, second defensive possession. First play, the very next play after the interception. They get to a heavy set here. In 13, they flex another tight end out. This is a new formation. We hadn't seen this exact thing from them. And so here they've got a boot play where they're going to take the outside tight end. He's going to seal our edge defenders to buy the quarterback time, and then they're going to sneak out Bauer Sharp here and try to slip him in behind. We have two safeties that are trying to vice the eligible tight end here, and Peyton is drawn away from his coverage because Kendall gets pinned by 14, and the quarterback is a real threat to run the ball, so he kind of starts to come out here to go contain the quarterback, and Robert is he's in a panic drop here. He's going to slip underneath. So from a good coverage standpoint down here inside the 10-yard line is we want to be inside and underneath and match him with a man mindset. He's on his way to doing that here. The quarterback is in front of the tight end, so it's a really hard throw to make it back across his body. And Peyton he's kind of caught in, not no man's land, but okay, I've got to stay in coverage knowing that there's somebody quarterback's looking. So he knows somebody's dragging behind him. So he senses that. We always tell him stay on the backside hip, but he also has this, he's in conflict because he knows this quarterback has, the pylon, within arm's reach. So Peyton's a fantastic ball skill guy. Here he does an amazing, that is an amazing play to torque his body to come back and to make that play. Huge play in the game for obvious reasons. Yeah. Took all the momentum they got from that interception on their first drive against our offense defensively. Take the momentum completely back, and kind of, again, just one play to kind of rip at their soul as a football team on their sideline here. But here's a good end zone. Again, Kendall's got to feel that a little bit sooner, but they got a potential play here. Robert's going to try to undercut it, but what an amazing play by Peyton.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
What a tone setter early on.
No doubt.
All right, third quarter now. You're down a touchdown. Need a big play on offense.
Yeah. All right, so situation at 2nd and 10 here, and we're going to motion across. A lot of times, again, just to see what they're in here, they're in man-to-man. See the guy chasing them across. Usually that's an indicator of being a man-to-man. And they're not only are they in man-to-man, but they're sending 7 defenders, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're going straight man. All right, that's an all-out blitz. Okay, where everybody's matched up. So really, you couldn't ask. And we do football schools. We did football school on Friday morning. Usually do it on Thursdays. We did football school. And we were doing a 2-minute, 4-minute situation, and I'm constantly asking the questions and trying to educate as we're moving. So 2-minute drill, offense, I'll say something like, hey, okay, so what's the first goal in a 2-minute drill? And the offense will chime back together, get a positive first play. Okay, so check, we're watching the NFL, can't remember which teams we're watching. It was the Chiefs and the Cowboys, and so the Cowboys had the ball. So we get to midfield, and so I asked a question to the team. I'm like, Okay, what happens in a 2-minute situation when the offense gets the ball at midfield or going into the green zone, which is between the 39 and the 20-yard line? And the first thing, the defensive guys are ready for it. They're like, you're going to get man-to-man. And but Mateer also says you're going to get a lot of pressure. And so that's when the defense, they might be in zone early, softer, and then once you get to midfield and into the positive side, they start getting a little more aggressive. So here we are, and I know it's not a 2-minute or 4-minute, but defenses, that's what's going to happen when you cross midfield. They're going to start getting a little bit more aggressive. So Coach Arbuckle dials up a really good play here.
Perfect call.
Perfect call for this. There's not going to be any leakage, anybody sitting in these holes. It's going to be about making one guy, covering up one guy so we can get the throw, and then these guys coming out and making sure we can seal everybody else off. And Dion trimming the fat, coming as tight to these guys as you can, because these runners are coming. Yeah. So you gotta hit it and get vertical, okay? You can't be dancing around, and you can't be coming back inside, okay? And this is a great play, well executed, and he's got the speed to take it the distance there. What a fantastic play that's called. And
Fasusi's my favorite.
Oh yeah. My man got out in front.
Looking for somebody to block.
My man got out in front.
Anybody, somebody.
Hit somebody.
Now he starts picking them up, putting them down, and trying to outrace Dion.
Yeah, is that good or what? What a huge play, though, to get us tied back up.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter. This is the game winner.
Yeah, so we got a drive going. Like, we did several drives. We had them going, had them on their heels, and this happened to be a drive that we needed to create something good. We needed 4 minutes to go in the game. And
Jaron Kanek had a couple big catches right before this.
Yeah, and we just got a first down, so defense is quote-unquote on their heels. They're trying to zone pressure, and their droppers going to the field, which is a hard one, They're running a rolled cover 2 concept here, okay? And on the backside, I don't know if somebody's supposed to be a half-field player. This corner he might think he's on this side. And what happens when you don't have a lot of time, they're in a 2-by-2 set, somebody gets confused. One side might be playing a third technique, and one side might be playing a cover 2 technique. And so when you run split safety coverage concepts, which we do, everybody does it to some degree, this can be a byproduct potentially happening if you're going against a tempo team. You don't have time to communicate. And so that's what happens. And sometimes it happens and you don't see it, and sometimes you see it, and you go execute and make them pay. So, that's football as well. That happens in every game.
Take advantage when you
got to take advantage. That's a layup. You can't airball the layup, and there it is. And again, good ball, good catch, and we take the lead right there.
Okay, we got about a minute and a half here. This is the 4th and 2 play that sealed the win.
Yeah. So again, they took the ball. They got the ball to midfield. So we've been covering, and if you go back, I wish that was a telestrator play. Elijah Thomas has the edge set. We worked on that, the bounce play from a year ago where they returned one, and he gets there, and the ball's way over there still, and he sets the edge, and he's thinking that this ball's going to go up inside. So late, he starts putting that head inside, and then it starts to bounce, and by then the guy kind of tugged at his jersey a little bit, and they were able to circle us and get the ball to midfield. I'm like, of all places to give them the ball in 2 minutes to go in the game, that ain't it. And but man, we were able to fight through it, and they end up getting to this play, and they put 14 personnel. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends out there. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And for what we were going to call them, what we thought it might be. Ferrari here. And they had a little bit different design. One of our edge players, they're blocking him on a pass. And but we're in a cover 2, so safety's playing a half, corners in the flat. We got a half-field player here. We got a dropper, and then we got 2 underneath players on this call. So there's only one guy up, so we don't have him. The safety has him, and then anybody else that we're gonna squeeze. Eli, at first he's setting the edge here, and then he's going to get width and depth, and then he's got anybody coming out to the flat here late, and here's the first down marker, and even if Peyton doesn't hit it, Eli's going to chop his knees off here, And but Peyton is one of the edge defenders that initially gets sealed up, and then he comes and does a great job. You know, just being a great athlete, good ball skills, good timing, all of those things. You know, we're running a stunt here, okay, where we're climbing and crossing face, so we're slanting here to the right. He's going to drop to the flat. He's going to play deep. He's going to play a hook, and he'll play a hook. And so right here, if you see Grayson, he's the loop contain player, okay? And this happens a lot this happened on several plays during the game, other plays. But a lot of times that guy on the loop contain is going to, because this guy's trying to block down, we're going in opposite directions, and we're really athletic there and not as athletic there. And so this helps create the pressure like he did several times during the night. Man, Grayson had an awesome game. But everything kind of works together here. And again, he's looking down the field. He wants the deep shot, but he sees the safety deep. So what's he do? He holds and squeezes the ball and gives time for our pressure to get there. So the front and the coverage and the pressure all kind of working together here on this play.
And then chaos ensues on the sideline.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
That's the ball game.
Victory.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and look ahead at what's next for the Sooners. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life. The opponent breakdown is brought to you by One Oklahoma. Powered by Sooner Sports Properties. Fan-fueled, athlete-focused.
All right, final segment with Coach Venables. Not our final segment. We're going to look at all the highlights from the 17-13 win over LSU. But, Coach, let's look ahead. We don't know an opponent. You're going to the college football playoff. Just tell us kind of from a planning-wise and team scheduling-wise what the next few days look like for you.
Yeah, giving the coaches and players a few days off. We'll get back together, team meeting. They'll get a lift in on Tuesday. We'll get a 12-period light practice, really focus on our young players. Got 2 practices like that scheduled this week where they're doing a lot of individual, some skelly, and then a little bit of teamwork. Give the older guys a little, not that they're off at practice, but they're not the focal point. And we'll get, again, a couple lifts and a couple practices, and then give them the weekend, an extended weekend off. We'll get everybody back together on Sunday and come see where they select us.
See what the bracket says.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coaches out there making their case. You have not really done that. Do you have anything any message that you'd like to send to this committee?
No, I mean, listen, I try to spend my time on things that I can influence and impact, and things that really matter for me. And again, I feel great about our resume and where we're at, comparatively speaking. If for some reason it doesn't work out, it is what it is. It's just meant to be. I think these steps are already ordered. That's just me personally, but I'm going to be consumed with trying to finish with these recruits that we got in the building and making sure our players are in a great place as they finish up, finals and things of that nature, and then try to see if we can get better over the next couple of weeks.
It's a busy time of year. It has been so much fun to watch, and can't wait to see your guys as they pursue another national championship. Way to go, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Congratulations. Stay with us. Highlights of 17-13 win over LSU coming up next. You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health.
Thank you to our cornerstone television partners, OU Health, OG&E, Fowler Auto Group, and Coca-Cola. We want to thank all of our Sooner Radio Network affiliates across the state and region. Fans can check out Soonersports.com for an affiliate in your area. And if you're traveling outside the state of Oklahoma, you can listen to all the action on either SiriusXM Radio or download the Varsity Network app and listen free.
Welcome back to Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. Let's look back now at the highlights of Oklahoma's 17-13 win over LSU. And I'm joined now by the Sooner Radio crew, Teddy Lehman, Chris Plank, and Gabe Eichert.
Total leather, and we are underway on a Saturday afternoon in Norman. Back to Van Buren. He'll hand it off. Met in the backfield is Berry. He stopped, breaks away, and now he's tackled from behind by Grayson Holt. No gain. Snap. Quick throw. It is caught at the 25-yard line, surrounded and stopped immediately. Again, no gain. And the Sooner defense starts with a 3-and-out. How about this? Sooners go tempo. Mateer back to pass. They bring 5. He throws it out to the left. It's deflected and stolen. And on the run down the sidelines go the Tigers. It's Harold Perkins pushed out of bounds by John Mateer at the 5. Snap. Van Buren fakes the handoff. Rolls right. Looks, throws late. It's intercepted.
Wow.
Intercepted. Peyton Bowen.
That is an incredible interception. Bauer Sharp running that little banana route in the back of the end zone. He had a step, and Van Buren gets it to him quickly.
Quick snap. Van Buren to throw, does across the middle, knocked down, nearly picked by Kip Lewis. He batted it into the ground, picked it up, and then ran it in, hoping no official saw it hit the turf. Motion left to right, there's the snap. They bring 4. Mateer has time, throws it across the middle. It is caught at midfield, Giovanni Gibson, and he's tackled in Tiger territory. Mateer's got it, looking left. Still looking. Now throws across the middle. That's caught by Kanik out of the backfield at the 35. Carries it forward to the 32-yard line. Mateer has the football. Throws across the middle quickly. That's caught by Satania at the 26. That'll be enough for a first down. The first points of the game. Snap a little high, but he got it down. Kick is away, and it is good. 23 in a row. Mateer's got it. They bring 5. Looking to throw, surrounded, squeaks out the left side. He's going to try to run for it. 40, 45, reaching for the 50. Where do they spot it? The officials are going to say he stepped out a yard shy at the 49-yard line. Sooners jumbo double tight ends right into the line. Snap, Mateer, handoff Robinson, runs left, and he didn't get there. Did not get it. LSU turns him over on down. Van Buren. Handoff, and it's blown up. He handed it to the freshman Berry, who lost half a yard.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Integris Health, your health partner for life. Game highlights are presented by Riverwind Casino. Always a good time.
Second quarter for LSU. Van Buren the snap. It's a handoff rolling right. It's the running back. That's Xavion Thomas, dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by Jacoby Johnson. No, Owen Heineke back at the 14-yard line. He's wide right. Snap, Van Buren. It's a handoff up the middle to the 10-yard line goes Berry. He's wrapped up at the 7 or 8. They ran it on 3rd and goal from the 13. There's the snap. The kick is away, and it is good. And with 13:35 to go, second quarter, game is tied at 3. There's the snap. Did he get it off? He just did. Handoff Berry over the left side. Makes one man miss out across the 25. That's all he'll get. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 8. There's the snap. Back to pass. Sooners only rush 3. Van Buren throws across the middle. It is caught at the 40. Nope, the Sooners say he didn't catch it. Kanik in motion. Handoff Blaylock up the middle. 40 has a hole. 45 bounced it outside 50. He's to the 45 in LSU territory, wrapped up down at the 40. The kid.
Really nice. Started with Kanik out at the core, motioned him into the backfield, run the little counter play. Got a good kick out by Fogier, and we're off and running.
Van Buren throws it out to Johnson in the flat. There's Peyton Bowen waiting for him. He strings it out. Kendall Daniels finishes it off, and now a late flag comes in from the secondary.
Holding. Defense. Number 6. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
4 of 10 passing, has the low snap. Hands it off. Up the middle goes Harlem Berry. He's tripped up as he crosses the line of scrimmage by Kendall Daniels. 2nd and 16. Van Buren going to throw it out to the back. Berry on the edge. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another. Trips forward, though, to the 29. He got 2 out of all that. Van Buren's got it. It's a handoff over the right side. Smashed at the 32-yard line as Caden Durham had pushed back. So on 3rd and 14, they run it for 3. Middle 8 here. Mateer's got it. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws it out to the right side.
All over him.
It is caught. I don't see a flag. Deion Burks, a great catch in heavy coverage for a gain of 8 out to the 28.
Rolling on the field is a completed catch.
Blaylock, the running back, moves to the right of Mateer. Mateer going to keep it himself. Runs right. Has the first down. 30. And he dives forward to the 34. So John Mateer hasn't carried the ball a ton today, but he does there to move the chains. They're tied 3-3 at intermission.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Riverwind Casino, the official entertainment destination of OU Athletics. OU Fan Shop, The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com. Sooner Kids Club. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Kids Club presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Devon Energy. Game highlights are presented by Riverwind Casino. Always a good time.
Once again, another great big round of applause for Vice President and Director of Athletics, Joe Castiglione.
The second half kickoff right to left. High and short, headed toward Jacob Jordan. Fair catch called for and taken, and the Sooners will start on the 25. Satania, he circles behind the quarterback. It's an inside handoff. Blaylock cuts left 30, 35, and he's chopped down out across the 35-yard line out to the 38. Mateer looking right to throw. Pump fake. He's going to throw to the far sideline for Burks. Hit before the ball got there. Incomplete. Oh, my goodness.
God, what are we doing?
That is an obvious pass interference. Here back to pass. Three-man rush. Fires one deep across the middle. It is caught. Satania caught it. Bounces off a tackler, and he's tackled at the LSU 37. Isaiah climbed the ladder.
Well, he went into the teeth of the defense to catch that.
29 yards. Back to pass. Mateer across the middle again for Kanik. Intercepted. Intercepted by Halsey. He's running down the far sideline with a convoy. Halsey tackled by John Mateer. His second interception thrown today, and LSU has it in OU territory. It's a handoff again. Barry over the right side penetrates the 25 to the 24. Shy of the first down, but it'll bring up third and short. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 from the OU 24 after the interception. It's a keeper runner by Van Buren around the right side. He's got room. He's to the 10. Van Buren to the 5. Reaches for the pylon.
Ball's out. I don't know if he stepped out before he got through the pylon, but he lost the ball also.
Snap. It's a throw out to Thomas on the edge, and he'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Van Buren to Xavion Thomas, the touchdown pass, and LSU leads it. Mateer fakes the handoff, rolls right. Looking to throw, does back across the middle, caught on the run at the 40-yard line. Caden Helms out across the 40 to the 43, a 16-yard pickup. There's the snap. LSU didn't get a guy off the field, throw downfield, caught by Giovanni at the 40, breaks a tackle, 35. He is tackled at the 30-yard line. Sooners caught him with an extra guy on the field, but they completed the pass for a big one anyway. Trips, bunch right, Mateer back to pass. Looking left, fires far sideline. It's intercepted inside the 10. Played well over there by DJ Pickett. Pass intended for Giovanni Gibson. It's the 3rd interception of the day for the LSU secondary. After a 3rd interception of the day in a pistol. It's a handoff, and it's smashed at the 5. David Stone all over that. Bury the pack from the 5. Van Buren keeps it, runs it right side himself. Robert Spears-Jennings stretches it out. It's another loss of a yard. From the 20, handoff. Met at the 20, falls to the 21. Barry, the running back, they'll give him the 22. First down run of 2. Van Buren. Option pitch left for Barry, trying to get to the sideline. Bam! Peyton Bowen runs him down and yanks him out of bounds after a gain of only 1. On 3rd and 7, Van Buren going to throw, looking right, pulls it down, now throws late for the sideline, just threw it away, incomplete. It's a 3 and out.
Great job.
Snap back to Chadwick, got it off. Another good driving punt. Satania back, no fair catch, caught it at the 20. Goes forward now, makes a cut to the right. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield 50. Breaks a tackle to the 45 of LSU. Big punt return, Isaiah Satania. Plus 45, Jacob Jordan out there as well. Here comes a blitz. Quick throw inside Burks. He's got room 40, 35, 30. It's a race. There goes Dion. They're not going to get it. Touchdown! Dion Burks' first touchdown since Michigan.
Boy, LSU got a little too excited in stopping the run, didn't they? They've got the entire defense right there at the line of scrimmage, super aggressive, and we run a screen to the outside, little tunnel screen to Burks. Offensive line didn't even have anyone to block. There were so many guys behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought to you by MidFirst Bank. This is Sooner Football from Learfield. Going tied to the final stanza in this one. 10-10. Drama on the final day of the regular season. Van Buren's got the football, fakes the handoff, back to pass, throws across the middle, caught. It's the tight end, Green, and he dropped it. Van Buren takes the football. Sooners bring 4. Steps up in the pocket, he'll run. He's at the 40, slides down shy of the first down marker. There's the snap back, there's the boot. Line drive, it's going to bounce at the 45. Sooner bounce to the 40, 35. Now it's picked up on the bounce at the 33, and he's tackled immediately. Van Buren, handoff, sweeping right, bam, stuck in the hole. Barry smashed by Heineke at the line of scrimmage. Van Buren, handoff, reverse flip, broken up, ball floating around on the ground, and the Tigers get back on it, but all the way back at the 39-yard line. Grayson Holton almost picked off the reverse.
He's been so good at that, hadn't he? That penetration on different plays like that. We've seen him cause safeties, all kinds of havoc there.
There's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is away, and it is good. And LSU leads it. Snap, Van Buren. It's a handoff, and it's smashed for a loss in the backfield. I mean, as soon as Barry got the football, Kobe, McKenzie, and friends were there.
Boy, Venables getting super aggressive there. 0 blitz on first down. No one deep. Man-to-man coverage out on the outside with that kind of a bunch formation where we have to pass things off. And it pays off with a nice loss of yardage. Safety back.
There it comes. Sooners bring pressure. Quick throw out to the near side. It is incomplete. Eli Bowen broke it up, intended for Barry on Brown. Mateer's got it. He's going to throw. Looks right. Comes back across the middle. Caught by Kanik on the run. Across the 20 to the 24. Good 8 yards on first down. Quickly on 2nd and 1. Mateer to throw again. Looks left. Pump fake. Comes near side. Caught by Kanik. Turns it up. First down to the 30. 35 outside. Rumbling. 40 to the 42. Nice. Mateer to throw. Looking right. Has time. Deep across the middle. Wide open behind the defense. Satania all alone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Blown coverage. Isaiah Satania. 58 yards. Sooner magic on a Saturday night. Has the football. Looks right. Reverse curl left. Throws underneath. Falling to the ground is Durham making the catch, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Lead 17-13. Pistol. Van Buren keeps it. Quarterback keeper runs right. Dives to the 30. Give him the 29. 2 yards short of the first. It'll be 4th and 2. Center I formation. Durham's deep. Van Buren the snap. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Under pressure. Throws down low. Batted down! Batted down! Peyton Bowen batted it down! And you can unhitch the wagon! Put the ponies in the barn! Next stop, college football playoff! Sooners have to hit a knee one more time. Mateer under center. There's the snap, takes a knee, and that'll do it. If the college football playoff is a beauty contest, the Sooners are showing up with ripped jeans and missing one shoe. It ain't pretty, but we're invited. What many consider to be the toughest schedule in all of college football this year, the Sooners go 10-2, and there will be more football in this 2025 season.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Sooner Football with Brent Venables, brought to you by Integris Health. Oklahoma is off to the college football playoff, and we'll see you next time. Boomer Sooner, everybody.